Johnny Cream here. Today we are doing a food video at Magic Kingdom, the main part of Disney World. I'm super excited. This is actually during the Christmas season. I've never been here during Christmas season, so on top of it being the most magical place on earth, it's also the most magical time of the year because it's after Thanksgiving, so it's actually Christmas season now. There's all kinds of special holiday treats to try, along with some old standby classics, of course, and I am starving. Let's get to eating. First bite of the day, or breakfast, is going to be the fresh fruit waffle sandwich from Sleepy Hollow. This thing is loaded with fresh fruit, but more importantly, it's loaded with Nutella, which is God's butter. Oh, Nutella is so good. The waffle itself is nice and light. It's not bready, and it still has some crispiness. It's a little bit heavier on the fruit. I do love banana and strawberry with Nutella, so it works well together. I think just maybe it doesn't need to be quite as loaded, but what a great idea. A giant waffle taco full of Nutella and fruit. So we have the Chippendales Christmas Churros from the Westward Ho refreshment cart. And these have apple pie filling, chocolate chips, and some vanilla icing on them. I'm gonna try to get a bite with all of that by being a madman who bites it right in the middle. Do I have something on my face?
What's that smile on that face?
This is delicious. Very chewy. There's a lot of spice on the actual churros. Very much a holiday spice. I definitely like it better with some of the filling on top. It's super chewy, like crunchy on the outside, and then very much has like a dense chewiness to it. I think with the icing and the filling, it's pretty solid. On its own, there's nothing special. It needs a little bit more. All right, we have one of the most exciting holiday treats. This is the chocolate taco from Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, and it is a sugar cookie shell, I believe, with spiced chocolate mousse and salted caramel as well. Oh, it's not like connected, so it's gonna squeeze out like crazy on me. I'm glad the mousse isn't overly spiced. You know what? I don't taste that much. It's pretty like light on flavor. It's not like strong flavors. There's like a little bit of spice and a little bit of chocolate. And mostly the texture's good. You get like the crunchy shell, and then the mousse is so smooth. Kind of needs to be more flavored though. Also, I think I'd like it better without the spice. I will say it is holding up better than I expected it to. I'm used to crunchy tacos of all kinds just falling apart as soon as I bite into them. A little bit of a letdown. That bite was a little more chocolatey. The mousse is pretty good. Overall, kind of just okay. Unfortunately, this was really much kind of an Instagram dish. We are at Aloha Isle in Adventureland. We have the holiday special pistachio chai tea float. So this is pistachio soft serve, and this is chai tea. And it comes with this little Christmas ornament, which is a red velvet cake pop. I actually one of those people who love pistachio ice cream. I'm really excited for this. And I love chai too. The texture's pretty perfect. It like melts in your mouth right away. Not as strong of a pistachio flavor as I usually like, but it's still good. And oh my God, this is so pretty. This green is gorgeous. Oh, I love that. It's pretty enjoyable and refreshing. It really pained me not to get a Dole Whip here because I always get Dole Whips from Aloha Isle when I'm in Magic Kingdom, but this sort of has that refreshingness to it that I love. And just like a Dole Whip float, you get to drink something too. The pistachio and the chai work really well together. I will say that. Kind of like the spiced tea with nuts thing. That's pretty delicious together. That's the way to do it. That's what you should do. Take a little scoop of the pistachio soft serve and combine it with a sip of the chai. Really good together like that. Now for the, I couldn't really save the cake pop. I love how cake pops are like undercooked cake. This one just doesn't have much flavor. It's not that sweet, oddly. It has the right texture, but it's kind of lacking the sweetness and more of the flavor. This is a little bit of a letdown. Looks pretty up on top though. The pistachio with the chai is really good. Alright, so this is an Orange Bird Christmas, and it's an orange scented white chocolate mousse with orange curd on the inside, and then there's some cake down here, and it's so pretty! I love the orange color. Get a nice look inside. You can see the mousse on the outside, the orange curd on the inside with little chunks of orange in there. Got a little bit of everything in this bite. It's like a creamsicle. I love the mix of orange and vanilla. It has a little bit of a crunch on the outside from the white chocolate. You get to the inside and it's this not overpoweringly orangey, nice sweet orange vanilla flavor, like an orange Julius or just like a creamsicle, and it's delicious. And look, you can even see there's little chunks of orange in there, or maybe it's candied orange. That's really good. If you enjoy orange and cream, we'll definitely enjoy that. This is the I Lava You float, which is so appropriate because I'm here with my lava, Jessie. This is some orange Dole Whip with red passion fruit syrup on top, and then there's little red Pop Rocks, I guess that's the lava, and red Fanta, strawberry Fanta in the bottom. I love Dole Whips. I usually get the pineapple, but I like the orange too. I like the Dole Whip itself. I'm not as crazy about the red Fanta. Fanta Roja is alright for me. It's not my favorite thing. I remember when I was in Costa Rica and Nicaragua, everyone was loving the Fanta Roja. I tried it so many times and it's just not my favorite. I like the orange Fanta better. But the orange softs are very good, as it always is. It's so smooth and so creamy. Very refreshing. I wish there was a little more of the passion fruit syrup because I don't taste it as much. That bite I got it more. I think you just have to take bites from the outside where they pour it on and you get more of it. I'm gonna take a sip from right in the middle here. Not crazy about the Fanta Roja, like the actual orange soft serve. It looks really cool together, I will say. It's a great lava homage. Wish there was a little more passion fruit syrup. Here, a wonderful concert from Sunny Eclipse. We have some delicious spring rolls. One is pepperoni pizza and the other is cheeseburger. I love spring rolls, but I really like them better when they're filled with anything except for like the traditional Chinese restaurant ones. Both of these sound amazing. And then from Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, we have the Spice Up Your Christmas Spicy Chicken Sandwich, which looks delicious. Spicy chicken sandwich is pretty much always one of the most delicious things you could have. First, I'm gonna dive into the spring rolls. Not sure which one is which. I think this is pepperoni. We'll find out. Cheeseburger. It's a little bit salty, but I like the burger flavor. I think I need some ketchup to counteract some of the saltiness of this. The flavor is very good, but it is a touch too salty, so better with some ketchup. I'm not usually a guy who puts ketchup on stuff, but the sweetness and the sourness, it balances it better. Not bad. I think what I like so much about spring rolls is how crunchy the outside is, and then delicious and melty on the inside. So this one is the pepperoni pizza one. I lied, the other one was the pepperoni pizza one. This is the cheeseburger one. I couldn't tell it was the pepperoni one though. It didn't taste like a pizza. I think it was like a pepperoni burger because there's definitely ground beef in it. I like this one a lot better though. Nice and meaty and cheesy. Not too salty like the other one. I love that contrast of the crunchy shell with the delicious warm interior. Definitely would go with the cheeseburger over the pepperoni. So this is the Spice Up Your Christmas Spicy Chicken Sandwich. There doesn't look like there's much sauce on here, just the slaw. So I'm glad I grabbed some mayo and some honey mustard. I'll add it to that probably after a bite. It's a solid chicken sandwich. Nothing wild, but chicken sandwiches in general are just delicious. It's still nice and crispy. I like how crispy it is without being bready. I am still missing like a little bit of that sauce element. I'm gonna add some mayo to this guy and possibly some honey mustard or barbecue sauce. There's like a nice little background heat on the sandwich that I'm tasting now, which I appreciate. I definitely like to have some actual spice to my spicy chicken sandwich. Definitely better. We're just missing a little bit of that creamy element. I don't like dry sandwiches so much. The chicken is not dry. The chicken's juicy. So not that it was bad before, it's just definitely better now. This is pretty solid. So good to have something that's not full of sugar after the beginning of the day.
This is my family unbroken.
To infinity and beyond.
We are here at the lunching pad. This is the cream cheese stuffed pretzel. That's right, this pretzel has a cream filling, perfect for the show. But because we are too gluttonous just to have one cheese with our meal, we also have a dipping sauce of cheddar. Cream cheese has a slight sweetness to it actually, like barely sweetened. It's actually really good with the pretzel. This is a great soft pretzel. You can see it oozing out of there. Pretzels sometimes can be a bit dry for me. I always need mustard or cheese or something to go with it. Stuffing it with cream cheese is brilliant. Very good on its own, but why not dive in? Why not gild the lily? This cheese sauce is pretty salty. Not so salty that it makes it uncomfortable to eat or anything, but definitely on the salty end. But I mean, what am I gonna say? That something's better without cheese sauce? No way. I would say for the cream cheese heavy bites, don't bother dipping it in, but when you have those dry corners or something of the pretzel, you'll definitely be happy you got one of these. Especially because this massive thing of cheese sauce is only $1. Kind of a steal for Disney World. This is one of the best snacks that they have here, I'm gonna say. Maybe my favorite, just general savory snack. Not like a specialty item or anything. Really good. I don't know why cream cheese and pretzel isn't paired together more often, because similar to bagels, pretzels are kind of the only other bread item I can think of that's boiled in like an alkali solution before baking, giving it that slight bitterness on the outside crust and why it has that really like dark brown sheen the same way that bagels do. Bagels, there's nothing better on a bagel than cream cheese. Pretzels are a pretty similar kind of bread. So yeah, I don't know why this isn't done more often. It's a good combo. This doesn't really have that super pretzel-y bite. It's more just bread, but I enjoy it quite a bit. So we're at Gaston's Tavern. This is a Le Fou's Brew, which is frozen apple juice with toasted marshmallow flavor and a passion fruit foam on top. Jesse's favorite. I like the apple juice part. I don't really like the toasted marshmallow flavor. I don't know, it just tastes a little bit off to taste marshmallow with the apple juice for some reason. I think I would have liked just plain apple juice. I'm gonna try the foam. It's nice and refreshing, but I just wish it was pure fruitiness of the apple juice. There's not like a ton of marshmallow flavor in it, but I definitely prefer the apple juice and passion fruit part, but still good and refreshing. This beautiful item is Belle's Enchanted Christmas Tree. These are green almond macaroons with cranberry orange filling. The colors are just so spot on. That red is so bright, and then the green is like perfect. I feel bad ruining it like this, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Very sweet. The little ornaments on it are chocolate. Everything kind of gets muddled together a little bit here. I like the texture of the macaroon. The filling, it like tastes like it's leaving like a thin film in my mouth or something. It doesn't like melt and go away. It kind of like feels like it's leaving like a slick on top of my tongue, which I'm not so crazy about. I think that the macaroon is probably the best part. Oh, and it's filled with something. That's the cranberry orange filling. This is not the cranberry orange part. This is kind of just cranberry icing. And then the macaroons, I did not realize they are filled with some gray stuff appropriately. That bite was better. I like once you get to the actual filling of the macaron. The gray stuff, it's delicious. And I like the texture. It's nice and crunchy, as a good macaron should be. Definitely prettier than delicious, but it's not bad. If you like orange, you like macarons, it'll be enjoyable.